Now, the ESPN game of the week. I know they announced that they are going. Believe that they're going to Penn State for the whiteout. I think that that is the right choice. I don't see why you wouldn't go to that game for a whiteout. But Alabama and Georgia is a close second. This is the late night ABC game while the whiteout is on Peacock. Is it on NBC? I know it's on Peacock. Will it be on NBC? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So, how does Alabama win this game? They need Ty Simpson to show up more than he has. They just do. He hasn't shown up as much as he needed to. This is their return trip to Sanford Stadium after a huge game last year. Do you guys remember this game? Alabama. I mean, how could you not remember this game? Alabama got up to, I think it was a 28 to nothing lead, 28 to 10 lead, 28 to something lead. They were by a lot. Georgia comes back, is winning at one point, and then the deep ball to Ryan Williams happens. Ryan Williams, the legend of Ryan Williams, is born in that game. He catches the ball, spin move, makes two guys miss, scores a touchdown, and same play. Same play. That's the birth of one Ryan Williams, and the reason why he is on the cover of my video game that I play all the time. Can he do that again? He hasn't been able to do that this year. He has not looked good. He actually did have a crazy play. I think it was not last week, but the week before. I forgot. They were playing some nobody school, and he made two guys miss hilariously. But this is their chance to show that maybe Florida State's just that good. Maybe they were just that good. I think the key for Alabama, and even if they do this, they still might lose, but they have to be able to take a punch. Under Kalen DeBoer, any time that they have been punched in the face in a game, they fold. It happened against Florida State. They got punched in the face, and then you saw people jogging, you saw people not trying as hard, not wanting to finish blocks, not playing through the whistle. That's not a problem that Alabama should ever have. You played for Nick Saban for 17 million years. Why is this an issue at Alabama? Effort should never be an issue at Alabama. So this is a competitive character game for Alabama. They're going to get punched in the mouth. It's Georgia. They're going to punch you in the mouth. You have to be able to respond if you're Alabama. But how do they do that? I believe they do that with the return of Jam Miller. They have to be able to stick to the run game. Even if they get behind, they have to be able to stick to the run game and then also find a Ryan Williams deep down the field. So you have to be able to balance. You can't just get into oh crap, we're down by however much, we have to throw the ball every single play. You can't do that. You can't do that if you're Alabama. You have to be able to get back up after you're getting punched. So the X factor is Jam Miller coming back. How good is he? How good is he off the injury? Is he a Jam Miller that can go make a difference, go make a play every once in a while, break off a big run? Or is he just an average running back that doesn't really make a difference in the game? We'll see. I think that's the key. Like if they're going to win the game, they need Jam Miller to be really good. I think Georgia should feel pretty comfortable going into this game, right? I mean, they already have some pop. They already have some proof of production against Tennessee. They went to Knoxville and took down the Volunteers. So I think that's a huge, huge, huge confidence boost for them. Not to mention they already retooled their wide receiver room, and this is where it needs to step up. It needs to prove itself against a pretty good Alabama secondary. They have to be able to prove themselves in this game. The fact that their investments were worth it at receiver. I think that quarterback play has to be better for Georgia. It just wasn't good for Carson Beck last year, man. It just was not good enough. So we'll see what they can do there. The run game with Nate Frazier has to be able to be there. The key for Georgia, and I think they should have an issue, but if their O-line can't block, if their O-line can't run the ball, that's whenever they have issues on the offensive side of the ball. So it's really just a question on who can run the ball better. Who can have the more explosive plays? Who can have the 13-yard run every once in a while? I think that's who's going to win this game. I really do. But I'm getting tired again. It is about 3 o'clock in the morning now, so I really got to keep this going. I do think that Alabama is going to fall to Georgia this weekend. I just don't see them going into Sanford Stadium and winning. I think that this is Georgia's year to be really good again. I think that they're even better than they were last year. I think they might be better than they were even the year before whenever Michigan won it. I think they're really good. I really like their offensive line. I think their receivers are so much better. The defense looks as good as always. I really like what Georgia's bringing this year.